Lesson 1. Technological Predictions.
Futurism and technology are such fascinating topics. Any predictions on future tech?
Indeed, I believe artificial intelligence will continue to reshape our daily lives.
Yes, and with it come ethical considerations that society must navigate.
Precisely. AI can enhance efficiency, but it also raises concerns regarding jobs.
So, what other technological advancements do you anticipate?
I foresee significant developments in renewable energy technologies.
That sounds promising. It could greatly aid in combating climate change.
Yes, and advancements in biotechnology may revolutionize healthcare.
It seems the future holds both exciting innovations and significant challenges, does it not?
Lesson 2. Economic Disparity Trends.
The trends in economic inequality between nations are staggering, do you not think?
Yes, it creates significant barriers to global development and stability.
The gap is widening, and it seems to be accelerating in many places.
Indeed, it is disheartening when we consider the resources available.
How do you believe we could bridge this widening gap?
Solutions might include fair trade practices and debt forgiveness for developing countries.
Yes, and international cooperation is crucial in tackling economic disparities.
So, do you believe education plays a vital role in addressing inequality?
Certainly, educating communities equips them with the tools to create change.
Lesson 3. Immigration Policy Shifts.
The shifts in immigration policies worldwide are quite notable, are they not?
Indeed, it reflects changing attitudes toward globalization and migration.
Yes, and some nations are becoming more restrictive, while others are more welcoming.
It makes one wonder about the impact on communities and economies.
Absolutely. What do you believe are the key factors driving these changes?
Economic conditions and security concerns certainly play significant roles.
True, but it is important to recognize the human aspect of immigration as well.
Exactly. Policy should balance national interests with humanitarian considerations.
So, how can individuals advocate for fair immigration practices?
Lesson 4. Pharmaceutical Ethics.
The ethics of pharmaceutical companies in global health is an intriguing subject, is it not?
Indeed, it raises questions about profit versus patient welfare.
Yes, especially in regions that lack access to essential medications.
It is frustrating to witness life-saving drugs priced out of reach for many.
How do you believe these companies can balance profits with ethical considerations?
They ought to prioritize transparency and invest in affordable solutions.
That sounds reasonable. Additionally, collaboration with governments could enhance access.
Absolutely. So, do you believe consumers can influence these companies?
Certainly, informed consumers can drive demand for ethical practices.
Lesson 5. Impact of Natural Disasters.
The impact of environmental disasters on global communities is staggering. Do you not agree?
Yes, It is disheartening to see communities struggle to recover.
Each disaster seems to exacerbate existing vulnerabilities, does it not?
Indeed, it highlights the need for better preparedness and resilience strategies.
What do you think should be prioritized in disaster response efforts?
I believe community involvement and local knowledge are crucial elements.
Yes, that empowers residents to contribute to recovery efforts effectively.
So, do you think climate change contributes significantly to the frequency of these disasters?
Absolutely. Addressing climate change is imperative to mitigating future risks.
Lesson 6: Youth Activism.
The role of young people in political movements is surging. Have you noticed?
Certainly, youth are increasingly vocal about the issues they care about.
It seems social media amplifies their voices on a global scale.
Indeed, it is inspiring to see young activists leading the charge for change.
But do you think they face any challenges in these movements?
Yes, they often encounter skepticism from older generations.
What do you think can bridge that generational gap?
Collaborative initiatives between youth and seasoned leaders could foster understanding.
That sounds promising. How can we further support youth activism?
Lesson 7: The Future of Democracy.
The changing landscape of democratic governance is a subject of great importance, is it not?
Certainly, it raises questions about the future of global political systems.
Yes, with increasing authoritarianism in various regions, it is quite concerning.
It is disheartening to witness the erosion of democratic values in some countries.
How do you see technology influencing the future of democracy?
It could both enhance transparency and also pose challenges, such as misinformation.
Precisely. Voter engagement must adapt to these new landscapes.
So, what strategies do you believe will strengthen democratic processes?
Promoting civic education and encouraging participation are key steps forward.
Lesson 8: Tech Regulation.
Have you noticed the recent attempts by governments to regulate big tech companies?
Yes, it seems as though the tech giants are under more scrutiny than ever before.
Indeed, it reminds me of the saying, with great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly. But sometimes I wonder if lawmakers truly understand the technology they are regulating.
That is a valid point. The pace of tech innovation often outstrips legislative processes.
Yes, and here we are left guessing what the future regulations will look like.
I suppose it is a balancing act, fostering innovation while ensuring consumer protection.
Precisely. What do you think will be the next major issue in tech regulation?
I suspect data privacy concerns will take center stage as people are becoming more aware.
Lesson 9: The Situation in Afghanistan.
The ongoing situation in Afghanistan is quite concerning, is it not?
It truly is. It is heartbreaking to see the struggles faced by so many people.
Absolutely. The humanitarian crisis seems to have worsened since the Taliban takeover.
Yes, and the impact on women's rights is particularly alarming.
Quite right. Education and opportunities for women have drastically declined.
It makes you wonder how the international community will respond in the long term.
Indeed, there seems to be a delicate balance between diplomacy and humanitarian assistance.
Exactly. One can only hope for a brighter future for the Afghan people.
I completely agree. The resilience of the Afghan citizens is truly admirable, though.
Lesson 10: Automation and Jobs.
The future of work in an automated world is a fascinating topic. Would you not agree?
Absolutely. I often wonder what types of jobs will still exist in the near future.
The thought of robots taking over our jobs is both exciting and somewhat terrifying.
Yes, it feels like we are living in a science fiction movie, does it not?
Indeed, however, new opportunities might also emerge from this shift. Quite right. Upskilling and reskilling will be crucial for the workforce. Exactly. Employers and educators must collaborate to prepare future workers.
So, do you anticipate a reduction in job opportunities as automation increases?
I believe it will evolve. Some jobs may disappear, while new fields will emerge.
Lesson 11: Diversity and Inclusion.
Efforts toward inclusivity in various nations have gained momentum recently, have they not?
Very much so. It is encouraging to see many organizations prioritizing diversity.
Absolutely. However, achieving true inclusivity can be quite complex.
Yes, it takes more than just policies. It requires a cultural shift as well.
Precisely. How do you think organizations can foster such changes effectively?
Engaging in open dialogues and education around diversity can be impactful.
Right. Consistent evaluation and adaptation of diversity initiatives are also crucial.
So, do you believe we are moving in the right direction?
I hope so. Progress may be slow, but every step counts.
Lesson 12: Trade Talks.
Have you ever considered how global trade agreements shape international relations?
Indeed, it is quite intriguing. They can either build bridges or stir up tensions.
Exactly. Sometimes it seems like countries negotiate like children fighting over toys.
You are spot on. The complexities involved can be amusing yet puzzling at times.
And let us not forget the peculiar language they use. It is as if they are trying to confuse us.
It certainly feels that way. However, ultimately, these agreements can enhance economic ties, right?
Yes, while occasionally causing friction over tariffs and trade barriers.
So, do you think global trade agreements are more beneficial than harmful overall?
I believe they hold the potential for significant benefits, provided they are designed equitably.
Lesson 13: NGOs and Humanitarian Aid.
Have you considered the role of NGOs in crisis response?
Yes, they are often the unsung heroes providing immediate relief during emergencies.
Indeed, their agility and local knowledge can make a world of difference.
However, funding can often be a significant constraint, can it not?
Absolutely. securing ongoing support in turbulent times is a challenge.
Yet, their efforts can lead to long-term development initiatives, right?
Yes, sustainable programs can help rebuild communities.
So do you think collaboration with governments is vital for success?
It is essential. Partnerships can amplify their impact enormously.
Lesson 14. Food for thought.
Have you ever considered why some countries face food shortages while others have an abundance?
It is quite a perplexing issue indeed. I often wonder how we can ship surplus food from one region to another efficiently.
It is not just a matter of abundance. Distribution logistics is a critical challenge. For instance, transporting perishable items requires specialized facilities.
Absolutely. Moreover, local infrastructure can significantly hinder the process. Imagine trying to move goods over broken roads.
That is a recipe for disaster. And what about the role of politics in food distribution?
Politics can heavily influence agricultural policies and subsidies, making it even more complicated.
Speaking of complexity, have you heard about the food deserts?
I have. They are areas with limited access to affordable and nutritious food.
Correct. It is astonishing that in a world with so much food, some people still go hungry.
Lesson 15. Culture Connect.
Have you noticed how cultural differences can lead to misunderstandings?
Yes, it is fascinating and sometimes quite amusing.
Minutely observing different customs can make one feel like a detective on a cultural case.
Indeed, I once mistakenly greeted a colleague with a handshake when she expected a bow.
That must have been awkward, but it is those moments that teach us valuable lessons.
True, understanding cultural norms can alleviate miscommunications.
Speaking of miscommunication, I heard an amusing story about someone who mixed up the word gift with poison in a foreign language.
Oh my, that sounds like a recipe for disaster or an interesting party story.
Yes, humor can often bridge the gap between cultures, does it not?
Lesson 16. Water Matters.
Water rights have become a hot topic lately, have they not?
Indeed, it seems like a fundamental necessity should not be so complicated.
You would think so, yet many people still lack access to clean water.
It is quite alarming. Water scarcity can lead to dire consequences for communities.
Correct. Some argue it is a human right while others view it as a commodity.
That difference in perspective complicates the matter further.
Furthermore, industrial water usage often overshadows personal needs.
Precisely. It is often a battle between agricultural demands and personal consumption.
Have you come across the concept of virtual water?
Lesson 17. Diplomacy Dialogues.
The role of diplomacy in maintaining global peace seems underrated these days, does it not?
Absolutely. While we often hear about conflicts, the efforts to resolve them are often overshadowed.
Yes, those diplomats are like peace ninjas, working tirelessly behind the scenes.
What a humorous description! Yet, it is true. They masterfully juggle relationships between nations.
And let us not underestimate the power of dialogue. Compromise often requires creative negotiations.
Indeed, remember the time when a minor trade dispute was resolved over a shared meal?
Yes, it is a perfect illustration that sometimes breaking bread can break barriers.
Food truly has an uncanny way of fostering peace and dialogue.
And what about the art of persuasion? It is vital in public diplomacy.
Lesson 18: Green Innovations.
Have you ever thought about how green technology is shaping our future?
It is an exciting concept, especially considering the pressing need for sustainable solutions.
Exactly. Innovations in eco-friendly technology appear to emerge almost daily.
Yes, it makes one wonder whether we will soon have flying bicycles powered by solar energy.
What a whimsical thought. But in reality, renewable energy sources are making significant strides.
Indeed. Moreover, green technology can have a major impact on industries like agriculture.
Absolutely. Imagine farms utilizing vertical gardening techniques that save space and resources.
That would be a game changer for urban areas, especially.
Speaking of urban areas, have you observed how smart cities are integrating technology?
Lesson 19: Justice for All.
The concept of social justice is gaining momentum globally, do you not think?
Indeed, it seems like a pivotal time for advocacy and awareness.
Yes, it is essential for movements to gain voices and visibility in today's society.
Absolutely. With technology, it is easier than ever to raise awareness for causes.
Have you seen the impact of social media on these movements?
It can amplify voices and mobilize groups faster than conventional methods.
Precisely. Yet, it is important to ensure that the message remains clear and focused.
Indeed, advocacy is more effective when everyone is on the same page.
Speaking of pages, have you read about how literature influences social justice?
Lesson 20: Navigating the High Seas.
Maritime security has become a critical concern in today's world, has it not?
It certainly has. With piracy and territorial disputes, the waters are quite tumultuous.
Precisely. It is almost as if the ocean has become a battlefield.
Quite an entertaining, albeit serious, metaphor. Piracy sounds like something out of a movie.
Yet it is a stark reality for many nations. Vast waters present immense challenges for security.
Yes, ensuring safe passage for trade is vital for global economies.
And countries must cooperate for effective maritime governance, do they not?
Absolutely. It requires collaboration and shared responsibility to protect maritime routes.
Interestingly, international law plays a pivotal role in defining territorial waters as well.
Lesson 21: Crisis Management.
The refugee crisis is a pressing concern globally, is it not?
Indeed, it necessitates comprehensive strategies to address the challenges faced by displaced individuals.
Yes, it is quite complex. There are so many factors at play.
Many seem to overlook the fact that refugees often seek a better life, not just safety.
Correct. Access to education and employment opportunities is essential for their integration.
Have you seen any innovative programs aimed at helping refugees settle in new communities?
Yes, many initiatives focus on skill building and language training, which are crucial.
It is wonderful to see communities stepping up to support these individuals.
Absolutely. Solidarity can pave the way for understanding and acceptance.
Lesson 22: Faith and Dialogue.
Have you noticed the increasing importance of interfaith dialogue in contemporary society?
Absolutely. It is essential for promoting understanding among different religions.
Indeed, it is quite intriguing how diverse beliefs can foster conversations rather than conflict.
Yes, dialogue is a powerful tool for bridging gaps and dispelling misunderstandings.
Have you encountered any engaging interfaith initiatives in your community?
I have. They often include cultural events that promote mutual respect and appreciation.
It is remarkable how sharing traditions can create common ground.
For instance, exchanging holiday celebrations can bring different faiths together.
Yes, it creates an open atmosphere for learning about each other's values.
Lesson 23: Startup Surge.
The rise of startups in emerging markets is exciting, do you not think?
It truly is. The entrepreneurial spirit seems to be thriving across various regions.
Yes, and it is refreshing to see innovative ideas coming from unexpected places.
Definitely. Many young entrepreneurs are turning challenges into opportunities.
Have you read about the tech hubs springing up in cities previously overlooked?
Yes, they are breeding grounds for creativity and collaboration among startups.
It feels like a mini revolution, does it not?
Quite right. Each startup has the potential to disrupt industries and create jobs.
And social entrepreneurship is gaining traction as well, focusing on community benefits.
Lesson 24: Collaborate or Stagnate.
Have you ever wondered how countries manage to work together despite their differences?
It is intriguing indeed. It is almost like trying to get cats to cooperate.
Precisely. Did you know that some regions have become success stories in cross-border cooperation?
Oh, I can only imagine. What are some of these success stories?
For instance, there is the European Union, wherein countries collaborate on various issues, from trade to environmental policies.
That is fascinating. It seems that collaboration can lead to remarkable outcomes. But of course, navigating the politics must be quite the challenge.
Absolutely. It is akin to walking on a tightrope with hungry birds circling below.
Oh dear, I hope those birds do not swoop down often.
They do, and that is why strategic communication is essential.
Lesson 25: Shots and Strategies.
Have you ever considered the influence of vaccine diplomacy on international relations?
It is quite a thought-provoking topic. Vaccines as tools for global influence. Who would have thought?
Indeed, it is like a game of chess, but one where the pawns are tiny vials of life-saving medicine.
That is a vivid image. So, which countries are engaging in this diplomacy?
Well, countries like China and Russia have been quite active in distributing vaccines to various regions, haven't they?
They certainly have. It is like a race to the finish line, but instead of medals, countries are vying for influence.
Absolutely. And it has sparked debates about morality and access to healthcare.
A double edged sword for sure. It is amusing how health can become a bargaining chip.
Quite the irony, considering health should ideally be a universal right rather than a privilege.
Lesson 26. The early bird gets the meeting.
Surely you must be aware of the significance of punctuality when it comes to meetings.
It cannot be overstated. Arriving on time speaks volumes about one's professionalism.
Indeed. How about we set this meeting for 7 a.m.? I suspect it is crucial for both of us.
7 a.m.? Oh, that means I have to awaken before the sun decides to grace us with its presence.
Exactly. But just imagine how refreshed we will feel after having accomplished something before breakfast.
Touché. I suppose that does sound invigorating, like a victory lap at dawn.
Quite right. Besides, the coffee will taste even better at that hour.
Ah, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee as the sun rises. It could very well be a magical experience.
I would call it a wake-up call for success, in the most literal sense.
Lesson 27. Healthy Conversations.
Speaking of health, have you observed how dietary habits influence our daily lives?
Absolutely. It is amusing how food choices can even spark debates among friends.
Indeed. Now, if you had to choose between a good steak or grilled chicken, which would it be?
Oh, that is a tough decision. Both have their appeal. However, I do enjoy a tender steak from time to time.
Ah, so you are a meat enthusiast. That certainly adds a flair to your palate.
I must confess, a well-cooked steak can be heavenly. Yet, grilled chicken is also a wonderful option.
That is true. It is lighter, and one could consider it a health-conscious alternative.
However, I believe there is hardly any harm in indulging occasionally. After all, life is too short to skip on flavor.
Could not agree more. Balance is vital, especially when one may have a penchant for sweets as well.
Lesson 28. Farm to Table.
Have you ever been involved with farm life?
Not personally, but I hear it is a unique experience. What about you?
Yes, I have been helping a friend on her farm. I even assist with milking the cows.
How intriguing. I believe that requires a certain level of skill and bravery.
It does, and it also provides quite a workout. Have you ever tried it?
I can only imagine, but I suspect I would be a clumsy helper at first.
It takes practice. Much like riding a bicycle, one must find balance.
A fitting analogy. Do you enjoy working with animals?
Most definitely. Each day brings new surprises, like when the goats decide to be mischievous.
Lesson 29. Perfect Fit.
Have you ever tried on a shirt that fits so perfectly, it feels like a second skin?
Indeed, it is like finding a treasure amidst a sea of fabric. What style are you looking for?
I am particularly interested in something casual yet stylish, perhaps a fitted shirt in a vibrant color.
That sounds appealing. Have you thought about how colors can affect your mood?
Absolutely. I read somewhere that wearing brighter colors can boost your confidence.
Indeed, it can also make others perceive you as more approachable.
Exactly. I once wore a bright yellow shirt, and everyone complimented me.
You must have looked quite dashing. Yellow does have a way of lighting up a room.
Thank you. I believe clothes should reflect our personality.
Lesson 30. Reservation Confirmation.
I would like to confirm my reservation, please. My name is John Smith, and I made it last week.
Certainly. I will check that for you right away. What date is your reservation for?
It is for this Saturday evening. I can hardly wait.
I see it here. You have booked a table for 2 at 7 p.m., correct?
Yes, that is correct. Is there anything else I need to be aware of?
Just to arrive a little early if possible. It can get quite busy.
That sounds wise. I appreciate the tip.
No problem. Is this a special occasion by chance?
It is indeed. I would like to surprise a friend.
Lesson 31. Weekend Plans.
I am glad we agree that any weekend will do. How about this coming Sunday evening?
Sunday sounds perfect. Do you have a particular activity in mind?
I was thinking perhaps dinner at that new Italian restaurant downtown.
Oh, I have heard fantastic reviews about it. Their pasta is apparently splendid.
I am a pasta enthusiast, so it seems like a match made in heaven.
Likewise, I can already envision us savoring delicious dishes.
Would you like to explore their dessert menu as well?
Absolutely. A meal without dessert is like a day without sunshine. Do you not think?
Quite true. I have heard their tiramisu is out of this world.
Lesson 32. Hiking Adventures.
Hi, have you ever been hiking before?
Yes, I have. I love hiking. It is such a great way to immerse oneself in nature.
It certainly is. Walking amidst the trees and enjoying the fresh air can be rejuvenating.
Indeed. Plus, hiking trails often lead to breathtaking views.
What has been your favorite hiking experience thus far?
I once hiked a trail that overlooked a stunning waterfall. The sight was simply magical.
That sounds enchanting. Waterfalls have a way of captivating the spirit.
They do. Have you ever hiked a challenging trail?
I attempted one once, and let us just say, it conquered me.
Lesson 33. Geographical Wonders.
Did you know that Australia is situated between the Pacific and Indian Oceans?
Yes, it is fascinating how it is one of the largest countries in the world.
Indeed, it is often referred to as an island continent.
That makes it unique. The biodiversity there is remarkable too.
Absolutely. From rainforests to deserts, it boasts extraordinary ecosystems.
Have you ever considered visiting Australia's Great Barrier Reef?
I would love to. Snorkeling there must be a surreal experience.
It truly is. The vibrant reefs and marine life are nothing short of mesmerizing.
Moreover, Australia has a rich cultural history with its indigenous communities.
Lesson 34. Impressive developments.
I must say, I was really impressed with the new developments in our city.
Oh, really? What caught your attention specifically?
The new park they have built is truly stunning. It is so well designed.
I agree. The landscaping and the playground make it a delightful gathering place.
And the community gardens are a fantastic addition. They encourage sustainability.
Right. It is wonderful to see a focus on green spaces in urban planning.
Have you tried any events hosted at the park yet?
Yes, I attended a community picnic last month, and it was splendid.
That sounds enjoyable. Perhaps we could organize a small picnic there ourselves.
Lesson 35. Beach planning.
I cannot wait for our beach trip. Have you confirmed the dates?
Yes, I have checked everything, and we are all set.
What an exciting adventure we will have. Have you planned any activities?
I am thinking about beach volleyball and perhaps a bonfire in the evening.
That all sounds incredibly fun. I cannot wait to roast marshmallows.
Exactly. There is something magical about a bonfire by the beach.
Agreed. Let us also ensure to pack some great snacks and music.
Sounds like a perfect combination. What will you wear to the beach?
I will likely don my favorite swim trunks and a bright beach shirt.